you okay? How's Junior?
Junior is in the playroom. One of the nurses took him.
That's great. I mean, that he's playing and he's safe and he's talking. And he didn't let Lee Hawkins break his spirit. You must be very proud of him. I just hope that Junior's lead pays off and Tad and Adam are able to bring Haley safely home, too. I tell you, I wish someone would bury Lee Hawkins up to his cold-blooded neck in the Death Valley, let the vultures at him. I brought you some coffee. I thought you might want it. They have tea and juice, if you'd rather have that.
Actually, Liza, I would like you to take your lame attempts at friendship and go to hell.
Come on, you're a dead man. Come on.
If I were you, I'd turn around.
Stupid is as stupid does, my friend.
Well, I guess the coffee was a bad idea.
Not unless you want to wear it.
I'd like to chalk this behavior up to stress.
Don't bother.
Dixie, I know that your son has been through a horrible ordeal.
Junior is fine. Leave me alone.
Please just tell me that this isn't about what happened 2 years ago, that that's over and done between us.
It's really nice to know that you've decided that.
Dixie, ever since you came back to town, I've been nice to you. I have been nicer than nice to you. I figured you needed room to adjust.
But it's a little difficult when the woman who slept with your husband keeps popping up into your life like a toaster tart.
So you don't even want to try?
What do you expect from me, Liza? What you want me to just forgive and forget?
Yeah. Dixie, that might be a great idea. Get over it.
That's so unbelievably typical of you. You think you can just jump into people's minds, organize their thoughts, decide when they should forgive your transgressions? Well, I'm sorry, Liza. Mistakes don't have expiration dates.
Look, I don't know what you've been doing the last 2 years while you've been in Pigeon Hollow, but I've actually gotten on with my life. I mean, I've been married and divorced, for goodness sakes. I'm not obsessing about a mistake that happened 2 years ago.
A mistake?
Yeah. It's over. It's done with. It's crazy to hang on to the resentment, Dixie.
How can you look me in the eye and not feel any shame or guilt for what you did?
It's a lifetime ago. I know I was a totally different person.
Well, I'll remind you, you slept with the love of my life. You ruined a marriage that took years in the making, all right? A family that was just coming back together.
I know that Tad has moved on, and so have I. And I thought you did too, but obviously you're still hanging on to this, and for some bizarre reason, you're actually enjoying it.
You ruined my life, Liza, okay? I'm not gonna allow you to sweep it under the rug. Do you actually think that you can walk into somebody's life and just ruin it, do whatever you want, and then act like nobody else exists? I exist. Tad exists. Junior and Jamie exist. And the sense of mistrust, separation, disappointment, and failure that we all feel exist and will exist today, tomorrow, and the next day. Those are feelings that were caused by you and your actions, and you're gonna have to live with those actions every day of your life, whether you choose to admit it or not. So am I gonna forgive and forget what you did? No, I don't think so.
Well, of course not. Because you're Dixie Cooney. You are the self-involved and spoiled daughter of the South. God forbid you should ever take responsibility for any of your past actions.
Look, Liza, I didn't ruin your life.
I may have slept with Tad Martin, but I had plenty of help from little old you.
I'm gonna kill you!
You're a dead man.
Let go of me.
I'm gonna see you rot in hell for the pain you've inflicted on my family.
You sick son of a bitch. I can't breathe. Adam, get back! Let it go. Get off! Get off! Get him off! Get him off! Is that him? Anthony Hawkins? I didn't do anything! Look, arrest them! All right. They assaulted me! Have them get him in the car. This isn't over. You better believe it, this ain't over. Look, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say... I'm not through with you, Chandler! If you get into the father! Attorney will... I'm fixing it on the children! Charge! I'll be back! Standing right about the counter now! I'll be back! Get him out of here! That's it. We gotta get her to a doctor. Okay?
It is just so like you to blame the people you hurt for your crime, you know?
Tad would have never given me a second look if you hadn't been so judgmental and self-righteous.
You know, I am not the one to be blamed here,
When
all
I
right?
came back to town, all Tad wanted to do was tell me how in love he was with you. For him, his life was perfect.
Yeah, until you came along and ruined it.
I actually have taken the blame. All right, I made a mistake. Tad and I both did. When he came to explain things to you, you just rejected him. You went ballistic. You went running back to Pigeon Hollow, putting your dainty little hands over your precious ears.
He told you that?
Tad actually does talk to people who give him the time of day. One of your problems is that you never take the time to listen to anybody.
Like hell I didn't.
Dixie, he came crawling back to you on his hands and knees. His heart was broken, and you rejected him. You wouldn't even listen to him. I mean, it must be great to be so perfect, to know that everything you do is never in the wrong.
Look, I own my own mistakes,
No,
okay?
you don't. You run from your mistakes, and you slog through all the rest of the problems that actually have to deal with a backbone.
You know what I actually think the problem is? What I think the truth of the situation is that you just couldn't stand to see people happy because you are a jealous, troublemaking, unhappy bitch.
We need a doctor. Jake! What? Get her inside. She's been poisoned. What? What was that on her? Adam? She gonna be all right? Come on, Haley.
And I'm gonna check on Haley later.
Are you okay?
I'm sorry for everything.
Care to clue me in? You know, I was kind of hoping that the three of us had gotten past all this.
Do you think I was wrong to call her a miserable, jealous bitch?
Is that what you did?
Come on, Ted, she deserved it.
No, she didn't. Your problem's with me. It's not with Liza. Come on, Dixie. 5 hours ago, you were scared to death you were never going to see your son again. Did anything else matter to you?
Junior is fine
Did
now,
anything else matter to you?
You know, this doesn't have anything
Yes, it does.
to do
It's
with
got
Junior.
everything. It's got everything to do with it. Because being continuously mad at me and Liza is nothing but a monumental waste of time. You know, it's like this little grudge that lives in the back of your head rent-free. It prevents you from moving on, from appreciating the things that you do have that are precious instead of mourning the things that you don't. Especially on a day like today, don't you
So
think?
this is your mantra too, huh? You know, forgive and forget and just move on.
We all make mistakes. It's forgiving them that makes a difference, don't you think?
Can you tell me, Ted, why it is that the people who seem to make the most mistakes are the ones most likely to preach forgiveness?
It was 2 years ago. Don't you think it's time to let it go?
So anybody who isn't on your timetable is a bad sport?
I don't think this is a very good time to talk about this. You're
No,
tired, you're
don't
upset, you're
tell me
obviously...
how I should feel, okay? I don't need to be lectured to by somebody who has made so many mistakes in his life. You just cannot apologize your way out of this one, Ted. You broke our trust, okay? You're the one that ruined our marriage, not me.
So how's Haley?
Haven't seen her yet. We're still running a bunch of tests, you know, enzyme, liver function, all that stuff.
But the prognosis is good?
I'm hoping for a happy ending.
So, do you take your apologies black or with cream and sugar?
Why? What'd you do to be sorry for?
Well, I just wanted to apologize for you walking in on the latest round of the Colby Cooney bout.
You give yourself top billing?
I was winning.
She still got both her ears.
Yeah. I didn't want to open an old wound. Certainly didn't want to create any new ones. I just thought that maybe the three of us could get past what happened and start fresh.
It's a nice thought, but somehow I can't see you two sitting down to lunch over the Valley Inn, you know, getting chummy over lobster salad.
I can wish for a peaceful coexistence, can't I?
How about an armed truce? I think it's the best we're gonna do. Our little tryst isn't exactly at the top of Dixie's forgive and forget list. And I guess that's her problem.
Tad, have you forgiven Dixie for not staying and working things out?
I try not to think about it.
Well, what happens when you think about it? You know, late at night when your guard's down? When you hear a sad song on the radio, or you're watching a movie, an old movie that the two of you used to watch together? Do you ever think about your life and what it would be like if things had worked out differently?
Sometimes. But this is the life I've got now. So I guess I'm just gonna have to live it.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
When's the last time you cut loose and you did anything without thinking about the consequences?
I'm looking at it. Hey.
Hey, Mr. Exhausted.
What's up, Rob? How's
Not
Haley?
much. We're still running some tests.
Tell me something I don't know.
Well, she's resting comfortably. Matt's been at her side. Me, however, pretty beat. Oh, I feel like I haven't slept since the Bush administration.
You want some coffee? I can get you some coffee.
No, thank you. My back teeth are already floating around. Tell me something I don't know. What's happening out in the real world?
Well, okay, let me first. Okay. I went and saw Dr. Clater today.
Yeah?
The prenatal exam, did a blood test and everything, and I have this little, very important piece of paper. I am absolutely positively, undeniably pregnant.
All right.
Isn't that great?
That is wonderful. I should have...
I tell you, having proof positive, you know, from Dr. Clater that it was really happening, oh, it was heaven.
That's great. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, he scheduled my first ultrasound for about an hour, I think.
Really?
You want to be there?
I have a better idea. If your mom's up to it, why don't you get her in on it? I mean, it is her grandchild. She should have first dibs.
Yeah, you're right. So, I'm gonna go take Grandma out of the picture show.
All right. See you at the movies.
All right, I'll see you there.
Bye, sweetie.
Bye.
What?
I guess congratulations are in order.
Hippocrates. I knew him well.
Now, don't go jumping down my pants. I'm not saying anything I don't mean.
What? You wishing me, hoping I'm happy now?
Happy for Liza.
Oh.
It's her baby, remember? She got what she wanted. Your sperm, no strings attached.
Really?
Yeah, really. I gotta hand it to you. If you can handle Liza's pregnancy with this level of attachment, you're a bigger man than I am. Who am I to start lecturing you?
Well, there was a nanosecond there where I felt like taking her up on her offer at the sonogram. Yeah. Look, I gotta go. No more chatting. I got rounds.
No, just
What?
hang up for a second. I don't see you all that often. I just want to know a couple of things. Like, how are things between you and Allie?
Was it good? I think. I mean, did you hear Palmer got the hospital board to drop the charges against her?
Really? That's almost interesting. It's not what I'm talking about. Is the engagement on or off?
Definitely on. We're just trying to take it slow.
And she's all right with the whole Liza thing?
She seems to be, I think.
Well, good. I'm glad it didn't trash your future together.
I am too. I'm done. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, I gotta go.
I need your official approval. Can I go see Haley now? Is that
Yeah,
all right?
oh yeah, it'd be great for her. Do it.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
See you later.
See ya.
Don't work too hard.
What is it exactly that you think you're doing?